Hello and welcome to another episode of the So Here For It podcast. My name is Amy Mingan, and today we're talking about the state of the world and how it may or may not affect your business. But I want to give you some really tangible, great mindset tools that you can take away today that will probably help shift and change the way that your money mindset plays out for you this week. So here we go. Now, I was having a conversation with one of my clients yesterday, and it really sparked this in me. I was remembering what it felt like to be in 2020, and there was so much uncertainty in the world, and there was a huge rhetoric going through society that no one had money. But I kept getting this cognitive dissonance to be like, but what's actually changed? A lot of people I could tell were still spending money. They were just spending it differently. People didn't instantly lose their jobs. They were just spending their money differently. They were prioritizing things differently. They might have actually moved their values around a little bit. So I want you to have a think about the people who you tend to attract. Do they have health as a value? Do they have your type of service as a value of theirs? Because if you're focusing on people, and this is just in general, not just in the world as it is right now, are you actually focusing on people who value what you sell, who value your service? Or are you constantly trying to educate people to tell them, hey, you know what? I've got this little business over here, and maybe you might like to come and do this one day, and you've got to educate them about what it's about and why it's going to benefit them. And you've got to really work hard in order to get them to book in, because they're not actually your people. And this is what I want to say is like, if you're really clear about who values what you have, and you're really clear about how you can help them, it is inevitable that those people are going to come and work with you, so long as you can get your marketing in front of them, right? So let's focus in on, okay, today is the 1st of April in 2026, and currently the world, as the status is, there is a fuel crisis. There is things going on overseas. There's wars going on. There's things going on that we literally have no control over. But what we do have control of is how we show up. We have control over our own marketing. We have control over who we speak to. We have control over how we go about in our nervous system each day. We have control over how we spend our money and with whom we spend our money. So I wonder if you think about your ideal client for a second, or someone who you love to work with. You might not know your ideal client. That's fine. But I want you just to have a think about right now, that person sitting in front of you, and what are they worried about? Particularly in relationship to what you sell. Now, here's the thing. In a time where people are feeling super abundant, where they're making lots of money, where the world seems, not as harsh as what it is right now, yeah, maybe people are spending more money on what is considered a luxury in their life. But who are you to say that what you sell is a luxury? We don't know what your person believes is a luxury and what is essential. Because I can tell you right now, when I think about what I consider a luxury in my life, that would be something like upgrading to business class flights. That would be a luxury for me. That would be like buying a super expensive dress when I don't really need to buy the brand name. I can get one from H&M for $60. That does the job. You know what I mean? Like, there's luxury and there's essentials, and there's something in between. But we don't actually know where our service lies along that spectrum for our clients. So stop assuming it. I want you to stop making assumptions about other people's spending habits and about how much money they have in their bank account and about what can they afford. Because the media does a really good job of putting fear into people. And not just the media. Actually, it's whoever you're consuming on social media. So if you are from the far right and you're listening to Tucker Carlson, great. Or you might be listening to Candace Owens. Great, that's fine. No judgment from me. You're going to get a very different rhetoric if you were from the far left and you're right on board with what Anthony Albanese is doing right now in Australia. It's fine. Wherever you're at, there's zero judgment from me, but I want you to realize that what you're being delivered on your social media is exactly what you are consuming every single day. And so you think that that's the truth, but there is so much more in that spectrum of truth. And the same thing for your clients. So it's not about assuming that people can't afford things. When things are changing in the world, there is more uncertainty. So it is up to us to bring more certainty in what we do, who we are, who we help, and how we help them. Stop cutting yourself off. Stop shrinking because you assume that people don't have money. They actually do. A lot of people have a lot of money. A lot of people have absolute shit tons of money. But it's up to you to show them the benefit and the value of working with you. So you could have a really premium package for those people. You could also have a very, very easy access $37 product for the people who can't afford that. But you would have, in my eyes, when people work with me, they end up with an entire product suite so that it doesn't matter where that person's coming in. It doesn't matter what they think they can afford. They're going to start somewhere. Now, that's actually what I want this to be right now. I want you to have a think about, where have I been shrinking myself? Have I stopped myself from showing up on my social media because of what's happening in the world? You're not being insensitive for actually offering your service. If anything, the world needs more of what you have. The world needs you to speak up so there's less of that fearful noise that's out there and more of your voice and your heart out there. We need more healers. We need healers to be heard. So you need to get out there. And if that means that takes somebody $500 to start working with you, so be it. If it's $3,000, so be it. I want you to start learning how to bring a bit of neutrality into your body when you say your prices. It takes a fair bit of nervous system work in order to work through your money mindset issues and not push those onto your clients. Now, my favorite metaphor in how I do this with my clients, I'll let you in on it. Now, I want you to imagine that your business is a shop front. And your social media is how you turn on the lights and how you open the door and how you actually let people know that you're open for business. So there's like a neon light that gets turned on. Every time you show up in your social media, that neon light gets turned on. I'm open for business. Now, what actually happens when people who walk past go, oh, I like the look of that? They might want to step inside. Now, let's say it's a restaurant. And how do I test a restaurant? I'm going to test out the restaurant by ordering edamame. I'm like, I'll have a bowl of the edamame, thanks. Just a snack. Okay, cool. So that is a low-cost offer, right? Oh, cool. I really, really like the fact that they put the chili on top and it's cooked really nicely. There's heaps of salt on it. Oh, really liked it. Okay, I'm going to go and order one of their entrees next. Okay, amazing. I'm going to have that ceviche. Great. Good choice. That's what I decided on. I consume that. Do you have something like ceviche that they could consume? What's the next level up for you? It's like, okay, really, really enjoyed that and I'm still hungry. I want more. Maybe this time I'll have a drink, one of those fancy ones. That's another offer, right? Whatever that offer is, that's come through the emails this time. Then the main course. It's time for the main course. What is your main course? What is your signature offer? What is the main thing that you offer everybody and you would love to work with everyone on this one who is your ideal client? What is that? Because that's your high ticket offer. And some people still only have their high ticket as their initial consult, as their once off session. So I want you to have a think about, we need a lead up to this, don't we? And there is going to be the occasional person who walks in that front door and they're like, give me everything. And I mean, I love those clients. I love them so much. And it takes a little bit to get your messaging correct in order to bring those in, but they do exist. But I want you to have a think about that. Are you actually turning on your neon light in the morning? Are you letting them through the door? Are you showing them? And do you have a system set up to actually take them through your offers? Because you might not need to talk about all those offers all the time. So say you had your high ticket and you noticed that no one was buying all of a sudden. Is there anything stopping you from going back and focusing on a different offer, from launching something new, from tweaking something to reformulate it and put it back out? Because not everyone wants to eat chocolate cake for dessert, do they? Sometimes they might want a passion fruit panna cotta. I wouldn't mind it. You know what I mean? So we've got to learn that the one thing that we create is not going to be there forever. It's not always going to be suitable for what's going on in the world. But we just need to learn when to pivot, when to hold, and when to just keep going. Like at the end of the day, if we are certain in ourselves, if we can hold our nervous system in a really great neutral place, and let me know if you'd love my heart coherence meditation. This is like a non-negotiable of what I have every single one of my clients do every day. It literally changes your life, and I have it for free on Insight Timer. So I'll put the link in the show notes. But I actually really want you to win. Like, I care so much about our profession. I care so much about women in business, because I know when money gets in the hands of women, the world changes, particularly millennial women. So if that fits you, I really want you to do something about it. I really want you to stop holding yourself back. I really want you to listen in here and be like, all right, heart, what are we doing today? And get grateful for what you have. And say, all right, this is the thing I want more of, and go get it. You don't need to hold yourself back. You do not need permission. And if you need a hand with this stuff, you know where I am on social media. I know that you know where I am on social media. So come and find me and chat to me. I actually have my DMs open every day. Like if you message me in a DM, I will message you back. I'm one of those people. And there are so many, and I would say majority naturopath mentors, you send them a message, they're not going to send you one back. Even when I was paying top dollar with another naturopath mentor, she never messaged me back in between sessions. And that's what I craved. So that's why I offer that to my clients. But I actually I'm personable. I'm relatable. I'm authentic. I'm not going to just be like, oh no, I can't answer that if you're not paying me. No, actually, if you've got a question, come and ask it to me. I want to talk to you. I want to hear from people. I want to interact with you. Now, if there's a way that I can help you, of course, I'm going to suggest something to you. So I just put it in there with that caveat, because it's like there's so much learning that goes on, and there's so much like teach it to me without people going ahead and taking action on it. So there's no use just listening to this podcast and doing nothing with it. I actually want you to do something with it. And if you're not sure what to do, send me a message. If you're not sure what your offers are, if you're not sure about your ideal client, I have some resources for you so you can get that done. The world needs what you have. I want you to feel the inspiration and the motivation from this. And I want you to open your heart and step out there on your own stage and share your gifts and talents with the world. Because golly, there is a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of fear out there. And we need to mix in our goodness into that so that the world is a less scary place for a lot of people. So I hope that this has landed for you. If it has, go share it with a friend. And come chat to me on social media at Amy Mingan on Instagram. And I hope that you have a really awesome day, and I will see you on the next episode.